Hey, this is Rich. I just bought a truck, 95 Ford 150, and when I was messing around with the gears, this is what I was getting, a lagging gears. This is what I got. Um, I didn't notice that. I thought I was going to put this one piece back in, but noticed the whole thing was just bent. Bent the hell up at it. So, you have to excuse me, I'm a little sick. I've been sick for like a couple of days, but I have to get this thing going. It's my truck. I need it for work. So, anyways, I went down to Ford, got some pieces, and it cost me almost over maybe $148. And I found out that my key in the truck, I paid for like $2,000 for this truck. So I found out with this thing, where this truck was just spinning all the way and it was kind of like broken. So I went and bought another one, a better one that the key would fit. So I paid like $54 for it. And we're going to do a fix here. You have to see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to be shutting the camera off and on because my battery on this camera is going low. But anyways, I'll get back to you. Thanks. Okay, I'm back. So anyways, there's this pin here that it didn't come with the package, which I was looking around, and it only came with the 2 bushings. I'm going to be putting this thing back together, and I was looking at these pins, and they say that, because it's worn out like that, it's just because it's been, whoever had the truck before really battled it and really didn't disrespected the truck itself. So anyways, I'm going to put this thing back together today and try to get my truck running so I can do the gears. But this is a crazy thing, I was finding out why my stick shift was kind of lagging and not going into reverse. So this is how I found out. So the whole thing is snapped. So those are the old pieces. I'm going to use the same spring that it came in because it didn't get in. And the clip that the old one, it would go right back exactly the same way that the other one came in. So the clip can fit perfectly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the rest of the paper. I'm going to feed the tube back in, and I'm going to kind of grease it a little bit, and we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I just got done putting this thing back on, this gear shift tube. I greased it, and I put some Master multi-purpose grease inside, so it'll have a nice lubricant, and I lubricate the spring. Now this piece going to go on. Now I'm going to start cleaning this up and make sure it's going to have a nice good fit, and it's going to work perfectly. So only problem that I had, I was really crunching my teeth, is pounding the pin back in. That is about the, you're like, you're hitting, and hopefully you don't break, hope you don't crack this piece while you're hitting it. So, but it took it, and the pin's back in, and I put it down almost past the threads, so now it won't stick up all the way. So I'm not really going to knock it in unless it's going to come loose in the future, but I doubt that. So, and now I put the pin in, it's for the gears, and I'm going to be filming this all day, so I'll talk to you in a minute. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm back. So anyways, I repaired the whole thing, and knocking this pin in is the same thing. Just clenching your teeth and make sure it's the pin's inside. So yeah, I put on the bushings, add some grease to it, everything back on, and I think it's ready to go back on the truck. So there we go. Here I am again in my 1995 Ford 150 XLT 4x4. I installed the gear tube. Fits right in. I put it back the same way I took it out, so that's why I didn't move too much of anything. So if you could take a look of the gear shift, it went pretty well, and it's pretty tight too. It's not like it was used to be. So I'm going to put it back exactly the same way that I took it off, and I didn't move no parts, I didn't shift no shifts or anything like that. So if anything needs adjustments, I will make those adjustments as soon as I can. So this is my fix for 1995 Ford 150. So anyways, I got a lot of work to do in this truck, so I'm doing things to, you know, like this here. You know, this thing, when I first got it, was all busted up and broken. So I might have to replace this for the gas and fixture move for the fuel. But my gas gauge doesn't work. I don't know why it doesn't work. I tried pulling off the panel, and it said there's a chip underneath here that you can get to, but I didn't see any chip in there unless I really got to pull this thing out while I have the steering wheel and column down. So I'll check back with you and see what's going on. So this is the fix. So this is how it is, and I got the wire here. So I'm going to retape everything here. I'm going to retape, kind of clean it up a little bit because it was dirty, it was funky, it had cigarette ashes all over the place and dirt and all that. So I'm going to clean it all up, and after I put this steering column back up, so let's see how that goes. Talk to you later.